Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are working on day 11 for our Creep on June makes. And so I have a few things laid out here. I have my 11 and 11B pages. I have this dude with a note on it that I was attached to this one I was fussy cutting. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to back him to this piece, I think. No, I think I changed my mind. I'm going to cut these out. And then we're going to figure out what we're going to do with them. And I feel like I keep doing the same thing with these. So I want to be mindful of that as well as we move forward here. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being here with me, spending your time with me. Okay, I know I've had some crazy videos, like doing the one where I changed, what day was that? Day 9, where I was like changing that base into whatever. It was like such a hot mess. We got through it, but, and I almost didn't share that because it did take me so long to get through that make. But in the end, I felt like it was important to share like the process of getting through that ugly stage before we can get to having the pretty bits and stuff like that. So, I was wanting to put this in the back here because I haven't worked on these yet. I have so much I want to do to this journal, but so little time right now. I'm trying to film ahead a little bit. We have an unexpected, well, not really unexpected, but a little something we have to take care of. So I think I keep working on these pages, don't I? Not really doing anything on these. So let's do something on one of these pages. Not that one. Okay. Tracy and I are done with our Vines and Ladders game. She beat me. How dare she do that? And the Kirsten beat me at tic-tac-toe. I'm like, what is going on here? Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? I think I might just put this on the front cover of this one. Okay. I just needed to know what page we were putting it on, so I could figure out like how I want to do this. So I'm thinking maybe I want to do this as like a belly band across here. Sure we do. Yes, we do. And then I have that. And then let's see how this pocket might work. Use scissors. Don't do what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. I was just trying to get a height here and see how this works. Okay, where do I want it on there? Oh, maybe I just want to do that pocket on that page. What's back here? Nothing. And we do. I'm just going to put this pocket right on here. I really think that's going to be pretty against that page. Okay, let me get this cut out. So I'm pretty much finished with this piece. It's a fairly straightforward piece. I just got it done, and I did find my 8. I have a funny story. See, I found my 8. I lost my dude. I was like, where is he? So then it forced my hand to start cleaning up, and then I was like, oh, I found my dude, but I also found my 8. So I can go back to the day 8 make and add it. So here we have him, and this is going to be a tuck here. And then we have our tag in here. So this is some really cool trim. Very difficult to glue. Man, it is raining buckets right now. And so I just stitched a zigzag along there to try to like secure it, because I don't know how much glue is actually holding that down. And then I will put something at the top of this, but at this particular moment, literally nothing is speaking to me that works on this. I thought about that, but I don't know about putting a flower on top of him. But he's all somber and thoughtful, and you know, he's just deep in it, sitting there thinking about something, about life. I don't know what he's thinking about, but it's something. Ooh, now that doubled might work. I don't know. I feel like I need to cut more flowers and more leaves and stuff. I just didn't have enough cut, but anyway. And then I put the poem here. I reinforced the top, and that's a tuck as well. And I really like this image of the little village, but it's too tall to put in here. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. So we're going to come back to this. I'll come back to that later. What I really want to do is play with one of the pieces that I have the fun note on. So we are going to do that because why not? This journal's never going to get done if I don't just buckle down and do some of the pieces that I want to do. Oh, you know what I didn't do at the end of my video is I didn't do the words for Poe. Let me do that really quickly while I'm thinking of it. Okay, so we have our little vampire guy. And you guys remember I said in Belle's video, she was like, oh, he's writing a letter. And I was like, that's not what he's writing in my version of the story. In my versions of the story, he's making a list of all the wrongs that have been done to him and who done it. So if you look at his face, he's like, how dare you cross me? You'll pay for it. So this is his list of the whodunit and what they did wrong. So we're going to work with that. I have a encyclopedia page here with a vampire, and it's a very light blue. I think it will work. I have this little bag. I was thinking about doing him on the front of this bag, but I may not. I was going to dig in my bin and see what else I had for bags. I mean, for bits I could put him on that's not necessarily one of the base pieces. I do have this piece here as well that I could put on the front of this, but he is like going to be drawing blood, so I'm pretty sure we've got to have some red splatter on here. But I want to get this down, and I might just run a little bit of matte medium over that just to seal it, so if I do splatter it, it doesn't just like soak in and do crazy things for the you know how it does on certain papers. It just soaks in and spreads and does really weird things, especially like a lot of the vintage pages do that. So now we have just this random blue paper that doesn't really mean much to me in terms of the rest of it. I did just use this, so I'm wondering, do I want to use that? I definitely want to use this. This is going to be like a collage layer for him, I think, and then go from there. So I'll figure out some composition here. But yeah, he's just totally scowling, and he's like, I'm over it, putting you on my list. I'm kind of giggling because I really love this piece. It's drying. I've got mica I splattered on it. But see what it does, like on the paper, it's like soaks in and does like weird things, but it's okay. I love it. I kind of wish I had cut some bats in different colors, or at least heat embossed these to like bring them to life. And I was going to do some heat embossing on this, but I remembered I had that cheesecloth, so I wanted to use that to put behind him. Now the thing is, where are we going to put him on our page? What page will he go on? I don't even know. I am making a total mess with that mica that I splattered. It went everywhere. Okay, so let's see where. Oh, I'm going to stick my finger in it before it's dry. Okay, I have Dracula in this one. That's what this first page is here. So what if we put him maybe on it? No, it's black on black. I want some contrast, and I'm also struggling because I don't want, oh no, can't go there. I don't want to cover some of these pages. Grr. Okay, pick a page, woman. Oh no. Well, maybe I should like hinge him on there when that dries. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Sorry. If I hinge him on here when this dries, I think maybe I'll do that. He needs to dry though. And this didn't work on this page because of the color, but I thought, well, we can just add that, make it like a little ticket or something to put in a pocket. I don't know. And then I have this guy. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but anyway. Okay, so that's going to be it for now. When I decide, oh, I need to attach that. So I'll come back in the morning or later, and we'll just keep working. Okay, it's the next morning, and I'm trying to just keep working here.
I don't even know what I just said, literally. Mark distracted me. We'll blame Mark. It's all Mark's fault. Okay. I took this. There's bats on the back of this, and I'm tired of fighting with it, this whole page sticking out on my Dracula page. So on the back side of this is actually an image of bats, and I have this great bat napkin. Try to say that 3 times real fast. Woof. Anyway, this is kind of glossy, and well, I don't like working with glossy images, but I used the matte gel on this, so I'm hoping that gives me good adherence. I'm setting this aside, and I'm going to let that dry. What I'm trying to do is work on a way to hinge our little I will bite you pocket in, and this is the signature that has the combined front and back here. So I have this flap, and I'm still like, gosh, should I just cut that off and use that as maybe a pocket back here? But then I'm like, but I could, like, hinge something off that or have it poked out, and that would be kind of fun. Like, I could even do that with it, actually. Then that could be a tuck here. Should I just do that? So he's going to be in here like this, and I kind of feel like if I did it, I would want it like this. Oh, and that's across from the cross, so that's kind of a funny play there with that. I mean, I could do that, and then we could put something in here, and then this could flip open, and that could be a tuck. But I actually think what I would like to do with that is, where's the page? Here it is. I have this super cool image, and it's got these bats and like the parts of the bats, and this is just kind of starting to talk about them. So one of those pages that you like may cover, may not cover, whatever. But if I put this in here, just at that very edge, but see, I don't know that that's going to work if I were to. No, that's not going to work. Okay, so maybe I won't do that. But maybe I will do this. Put that on there and fold it for the information about the bats out of the encyclopedia, because hi, he's got bat wings, right? And then when our other piece gets dry, but do I want 2 half pieces here on the same page? I do not. So that other piece needs to dry. So back to, see why I never get anything done. Back to trying to figure this out. Now this piece doesn't really, I don't have a whole lot on the back here, although it's talking about vampire bats, which I think is super cool. But I could just put this on the back of that envelope as a piece, and then when it gets hinged, if I put some trim, then that would be the piece that we see here. Or here. Yeah, I think maybe we'll do something like that. Maybe. So obviously I'm still working this out in my head. Upside down, that's really funny looking. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Obviously running in circles today. Okay, so the bats are drying, and I added some black texture paste to the bottom of this. Now, mind you, this is the paste that I made. I did it thick, and then I took my palette knife and smooshed down on it to really give it some, I don't even know if that's going to show. That is not going to show until it's dry, and I hit that with something to highlight those ridges. Then to clean my stencil, I just went across the stencil with my palette knife again to scrape some of the excess into the pattern, because again, I did it really thick on this one. And then I took a wet wipe through it to get this piece. So these are going to be some really cool pieces to use in some cool pieces to use in other pieces. Hi, hello. This I have to take downstairs and wash. It is so grungy from the last time I used it and didn't clean it. So I'm going to set these aside to dry. I am going to figure out if I'm going to continue in this video or just move on to day 11. I mean 12. This is 11 to day 12. And so I can start working on that piece while these dry. And I think that is what I'm going to do just for my time, because I've got some personal stuff happening right now. And so my time is really a little bit limited this week with trying to film ahead and have the daily videos for you and not feel like I'm behind. Haha, I already do, but that's okay. All right, so we are working on our Poe-ish word search now. And full disclosure, no, I haven't found my 3 words yet from yesterday, but I will. Okay, today is day 11, so we need 2 words. Not that one. All right, it doesn't matter, just 2 words. Okay. So 2 words. Ooh, dreary and murmur. So dreary and murmur are our 2 words today. Again, we are working on the Poe-ish word search now. So hopefully you're following along. And for those of you that are following along, do you find that this engages you more to do the word searches? I think it does. And I'd said that in yesterday's video. Oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard on day 10 because I was so nervous, right? And so I'm like, when I started, it was day 9. I said I printed those images at 50%, which I didn't. I printed them 2 to a page. And then I don't even know what I said later. Oh, well, this piece is gluing. And I was like, it was drying, Jody. It wasn't gluing. I was so nervous. I was saying all kinds of things backwards. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that is going to be it for this video. I have to clean up one thing about that black texture paste that I made. Number one, it's super messy and it's hard to get off my fingers. But I mean, anything black seems like it's harder to get off than other colors. That's not a big deal. But because I used excuse me, because I used that coarser sand, it really gets everywhere because it flicks off when I'm doing it. So I'm just going to do a quick wipe up, pull out piece 12, see what that piece is, and get moving. And then hopefully this will dry and I can get these pieces put in maybe in day 12. It may be in day 13's video because I don't know how long it's going to take for that to dry. And I don't want to heat tool it. I just want to keep moving while those are drying. So, okay, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your kind comments and your continued support. It really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. Thinking about just like putting this on a page somehow, but it's kind of big. Ooh, but we could just like make it a tab. Ooh, do I want to make it a tab? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.